Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another car confessions. The last one was really emotional. I will link that down below in case you guys missed that. I actually read the last poem I ever wrote. I'm contemplating whether or not I'm going to try and write another one, so you guys will hear all about that if I decide to. But today I was thinking, what have I learned throughout these past 10 years that I did not get the opportunity to learn while I was in the hospital or while I was an inpatient in therapy? Like, what did rehab not tell me that I could tell you guys now? Or that I can, hopefully some therapists will come across this and they'll learn from this experience as well. So I wrote a list out. There may be things missing from this list, so if there is, I will do a part 2. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. I have some notes here. Things that they don't tell you while you are in the hospital. And I think this is based off of them not, experiencing this life. And I think this is something that's going to be different for everybody. But the fact that, like, there's like the 2-year rule, right? When you're in the hospital, like, you have 2 years to possibly get back whatever you can before, like, it's like doomsday for you, like this is your life. I don't necessarily believe that from experience. I have gained sensation back all the way up until like last year. I have been injured for almost 10 years. I mean, almost 10 years. Holy crap, it's been 10 years. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to curse. It's been 10 years, and as of 9 years, last year, I gained heat sensation on my back, and I was sitting in front of a heater and I felt the heat on my back, which is something that is really important for people with disabilities and who have limited sensation, because heat is really important. That's how you get blisters and you get burned. So yeah, so don't believe the 2-year rule. Sensation may or may not come back. Like, I'm still getting stuff back. Another thing, and I almost want to like just scream this like at the top of the roof, because this is something that was like, for me at least, almost forget almost everything that you learn when you are in rehab, because they're going to teach you how to do things, how to cut things, how to, transfer on a firm bench, how to, get like cook in a kitchen that's theirs. And then you get home and you're like, okay, well, I can kind of use that stuff, but my bed's soft, so transferring on that's going to be really different, and transferring on the couch is going to be really different, and you're learning to transfer on a certain height, and you get home and like you're like, holy moly, you don't think all these surfaces are going to just be completely different. So be prepared for that when you go home, that there's going to be so much change, and you can be as prepared as you can be in the hospital, but things are going to be so different when you go home, and you're going to have to relearn all over again. Same with like, kitchen stuff and cutting. Like, it's all accessible there because that's what it should be. But when you go home, you're going to have to make those adaptations. So almost forget everything that you learn, and challenge yourself to learn in your own home. So that's definitely something I would recommend. Another thing that's really funny that just popped in my head, and I had to make note of it, is that people will sit on your lap. No one told me that when I was in the hospital. No one told me that, hey, you go to the bar and you start hanging out with people and your friends are going to sit on your lap. Random people are going to want to sit on your lap. They're going to want to give you a lap dance. No one tells you this, and you don't know how to prepare. So now sometimes I will actually have my purse on my lap, and it's kind of like my security to know that if I'm out and about, that no one's going to try and sit on my lap. Okay, another thing, this is something that they did kind of express when I was in the hospital. Me being a C5 quadriplegic, I had to fight and put myself in really uncomfortable situations to be here. You have to keep fighting. You have to keep fighting. And I know that they say this to you while you were in the hospital, but I hope you guys hear it from me today and know from experience, and someone who's had experience, you have to keep fighting. Like, there's things that I still challenge myself with every single day on getting better. I still start my car and put on the same song and see how much faster I can put my chair in the car to the same song. Like, I'm always challenging myself, and I feel like that's something that you cannot settle. Do not be enabled by your friends and your family. You have to fight for it. And I do feel like they do express that, but I don't think that it's something that we're willing to absorb from them and it's no like I'm not talking crap about therapists or anything. I love therapists. It's like part of what I do. But you cannot absorb it from someone who's not in that situation, who hasn't experienced it. They've only experienced it from, you know, from an outsider's perspective. But someone who couldn't push herself, me here, couldn't brush my own teeth, couldn't even feed myself, and I'm here today, you know, living in a house with a roommate who's not my caregiver, making all my own dinners, dressing myself, doing my makeup. You have to fight for it. So I know I went on a rampage with that, but or rambled on with that, but yes, fight. And don't give up. It used to take me 45 minutes to get my chair in the car, and I'm like down to like a minute, like if that. And that's when I'm being lazy. Grip tape. They don't tell you in the hospital that you can put freaking grip tape on everything. Like, yeah, you can put grip tape on your foot plate to help your feet, prevent them from slipping off. They do have things now that you can purchase or that you can get when you are getting a getting your wheelchair where it has grip there, but it's not like grip tape, like skateboarding grip tape. Use skateboarding grip tape. I promise you it'll change your life. My feet do not slide off my plate at all, like ever. And I think that's just like a really awesome hack for wheelchair users to know, is that you can buy something so cheap to solve a huge problem. Because no one wants to cut up their feet or dirty their shoes, drag them. No, not me. Another thing is chair fittings. Chair fittings. Your first chair is going to suck. It's going to be too big. It's going to be awful. I don't think I ever found anyone who got their first chair and were just like, it's perfect. It's everything I like. It's perfect. Like, no, that comes from experience. And my suggestion, jeez. My suggestion to you is, when you are in rehab and there's those support groups, ask one of them. Ask them, like, hey, will you be there for my chair fitting? Or, you know, reach out to someone on social media and ask them, hey, what do you think would be best for the first chair? Especially having someone there. I really think the support group, you know, having someone with experience, you know, with having a few different chairs, someone there to help with that first fitting, because it will change your confidence. You having a fitted chair that fits you right, that like just, oh my gosh, like it changes your confidence. It changes the way that you feel about yourself and the way that you feel that people are looking at you. Like me having a big chair, I thought everyone was just looking at my chair. Me having a small fitted chair, like, it has changed so much. And also it changes my independence because it's lighter and it's smaller and it's more compact to transfer over me, and I fit in more narrow places. Clothes will not look the same, you guys. Your clothes that you are hoarding in your closet because you're like, I'm gonna wear this again one day, those low-rise jeans, they're not gonna fit the same. I still have clothes that I hoard because of sentimental value, but, and you know, you learn to adapt, and that comes from experience. I'll also have a video linked down below if you guys want to check out some suggestions that I have for quadriplegics. But also take a look at the styles that are today, are here today, and see how you can transform them into them making, I can't talk today, into them being suited for you. This is another thing I did not know, is that you can actually get air in your tires like anywhere. And you can get your tires fixed at a tire shop, like a bicycle shop. And all you have to do is call them and tell them, hey, I'm in a wheelchair. Most places, I've tried a few and I've never had a problem. So I'm sorry if you do have a problem or an issue, run into an issue with them coming out to help you. But I've always called them, explain the situation, say, hey, I can't go in there because I need my wheels fixed and my wheels are my legs. And they will literally come out to your car and put air in your tires. They will change your tires, whatever you need, they can do it. So that's something I had to learn as well, because I got a flat and I was just like, I don't know what to do. And I'm all by myself. So I had to take those in. You can also just put air in them if you have an air pump. But that's challenging for me with my hand function. So if that works for you, that's great. For quadriplegics, more power to you if you can do it. I'd rather not deal with it, and I just take it to a shop. Spasms. You learn that they're bad when you're in the hospital. You learn that they are, you know, not your friend, and they try to give you baclofen and all this, right? So most places, okay. I have learned throughout the years of not being on baclofen that I have been able to use my spasms and train my body to trigger them to go on and off when I need them. Now that takes a lot of practice, a lot of time, and a lot of patience. So my spasms, if I don't have a spasm while I'm getting into my car, my leg will just shoot straight and it's extremely difficult to get over the side. So I train my body to set off a spasm where it'll like lock itself in place, and then I will transfer into my car. I also use spasms to like turn in my sleep, to bring my knees to my chest. So yeah, I'm not saying for everybody, because some people's spasms are just like off the chain and you may need, you know, some baclofen. But if it's not as bad as, you know, and you feel like you can kind of try and train them, I would suggest doing that. They have also benefited my muscle mass and helped me keep my muscles and my legs as fluffy as they are. Fluffy. So yeah, those are a few things that I have learned in my 10 years that they don't tell you while you are in rehab. If there are any other suggestions and you guys want me to add them into a part 2, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'm pretty sure I missed things, so I may create a part 2. I may even create a part 2 of things that they do tell you in the hospital so that you can be prepared. Thank you guys for joining another Car Confessions. Let me know what else you guys want to hear from me as always. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, same handle. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay? I love you guys so much. I'll talk to you guys later.